Hey guys, Bruce Kittle here with the Hidden Pearls Podcast, coming at you with another Mindful Monday. Hope you are doing well and safe and healed and just feeling good. And if you're not, then I'm grateful for you to join in either way. But if you're not quite, then hopefully a little breath work today and some thoughts will make things a little better. So anyway, but I appreciate you joining with me and thank you very, very much for doing so. Let's go ahead and grab a seat and get comfortable. So again, you could be in a chair, really anywhere you want to be. You could be on a pillow or kind of seating pad or whatever that would be. If you want, you can lay down as well. Although there's always a danger for me when I do that I might fall asleep. So we've got to be careful about that. But whatever you'd like to do, you're welcome to do and get comfortable in that. So again, kind of sitting, if you are seated, whether you're on a cushion or a pillow or a chair, whatever, sitting alert, so you're kind of firm, but not stiff or forced, so you're all kind of locked in, so do that. And as we do that, let's take just a couple cleansing breaths. We'll take 3 of these as we go, and we've done this before, but I'll talk about inhaling kind of tall, so as you inhale, kind of thinking vertical, and as you exhale, just kind of get some width and let those shoulders and your back and your chest stretch out. Okay? So on the bell, we'll do that. So here we go. We're going to inhale tall. And exhale wide. There you go. Inhale tall. Exhale nice and wide. Let the shoulders separate. Joints around your neck and your shoulders, just kind of relax. One more of those. And kind of cleaning all that out. So as we sit, before we start doing some more breath work, maybe if you're comfortable, just close your eyes and kind of continue with your normal breath in that same seated position. And just a little bit of an inventory here, just thinking about how you're entering into this meditation. So what are you bringing into this meditation with you? And what do you want to bring in with you? And maybe what should you leave behind? So that kind of covers what thoughts, where you're at. So if you're in the middle of your day or otherwise, or you have some strong thoughts going on in a busy day, that's always a challenge to sit. So congratulations for that. Or even if you're not jumbled in thought, you can have a couple of very powerful types of thoughts running through your head. And so just kind of paying attention to those. Also, what are you bringing in emotionally? So what's carrying, what's on your heart? Where have you been? What are your struggles? Those kind of things. If there's something heavy, nothing wrong with that. That is part of life. And so just kind of acknowledging that. And then also we want to inventory kind of our body. Like, where in your body are you holding some of these emotions? As we talk all the time, the mind likes to dump all its bullshit into your body. And we have to be really careful about letting the mind do that. And so your body holds all that stress. Your body knows the score, knows what's going on. So just with a couple breaths, as you're working through that, just kind of scan yourself, neck, shoulders, back. And if there's something really there, just take a breath or two and work on that area as you're going. So as things come up, and if you're noticing some of this, there's the first thing, and this is part of what meditation's all about, is developing that awareness that you're having some kind of thought or emotion or something that's going on with your body. A little bit of acceptance, just not trying to change anything. You don't have to do anything with whatever you discover. This is just kind of inventory, just what's there. And it's all okay. And then just kind of acknowledging what's present, those thoughts that are there, the emotions that you're carrying. And again, no judgment. There's not any right or wrong, any of that kind of stuff. It's just seeing it, knowing what it is, and just kind of being there present with it. I often like to thank, particularly some of my more difficult emotions and thoughts. Just appreciate them coming because I know that they have something to teach me, and I'm trying to pay attention to that. So I thank. And then for the purposes of the next few minutes as we're doing this, just letting them go, release them. It helps for me to kind of visualize those thoughts, kind of pushing them down the stream, releasing them up into the air, whatever that is. If that doesn't work for you, you do whatever is good for you. But just thank them for coming by and then just kind of let them pass by. So And again, all we're trying to do on this is working to be more fully aware and present with whatever the focus of our attention is. So we're going to try, while we're doing our breath work, to focus on our breath. But you will find yourself inevitably, when there's silence, that there will be thoughts pulled in. And all we're trying to do is pay attention to when those thoughts pop in, acknowledge, accept, and let go, and not get pulled into them. And that's all it is. And just everybody has those thoughts. So don't ever think that you're not going to. So it's all good. So again, trying to focus on your breath, realize when you have a thought, and then just see it, acknowledge it, let it go. And just trying to, again, avoid getting pulled in with lots of grace. And it's just a matter of repeating and reloading. And if you do get pulled in, welcome to what everybody else goes through. So it's all good. Okay? All right, so once we're there, so we're kind of situated, let's do a little bit of box breathing to kind of get warmed up. Mine's really a triangle breathe, so I just like it better. So it's going to be a 5 inhale, 7 count hold, 8 count exhale, okay? So, and you do whatever works with you, and you can take more breaths or less counts, so just, just do whatever's comfortable for you. So for on the inhale, inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, then just easily and comfortably just pull yourself back to your normal breath. And we're just going to go a couple minutes in silence so we can practice this focusing or paying attention to what we do focus on. So we're trying just to focus on the breath. So as you're inhaling, feeling the breath enter and fill your lungs, maybe down into your stomach, and then exhaling out. That's really what we're trying to pay attention to. And just for these couple minutes to isolate that focus. If things come up, which they will, acknowledge, release, return to the breath. So I'll hit the bell every 30 seconds or so just to give you a reminder and to kind of pull you back if you get pulled into thought. So here we go, just normal breath on your own, eyes closed, in your own meditation. So gently, kind of just bring your attention back to my voice. And just as we close out on this section, as I've done kind of a little bit over some of these last ones, just thinking about who it is that you want to be today, how you want to show up, what characteristic are you working to manifest into your life. And if you're visualizing or creating energy for who you want to be and where you're trying to get to, what is that energy and where are you trying to go? And just having some kind of clarity around that vision so you see yourself taking steps leading toward that ultimate destination. But again, it's a lot more about really the process of how we get there as much as whether we actually get there. We spend more of our time in process on the path than we do at any destination. So just thinking about that, but just being clear about on that path how it is you want to show up and how you want to walk your walk. So again, let's take another maybe big deep breath and we'll do a couple cleansing. As you are, open your eyes, coming on back. And so thank you for joining me. So a couple weeks ago, I started with the 4 levels or 4 steps. I've kind of gone back and forth on that. I can't figure out which one's better. But anyway, so in the first one, I talked about the four stages are this. So first is purpose, kind of your North Star or what's your main why. The second is goals and vision. The third is action steps and process. And the fourth is learning how to stay present in the moment. Because none of the other stuff matters if you can't take intentional and deliberate steps in the moment. So we talked a little about purpose and this being your why, really why you're doing what you're doing, and kind of the overarching North Star about where it is that you're guiding your life, how you're setting your rudder and what you're following and trying to get to. So those are a lot of why questions, and I put some of those kind of up. I'll probably be posting some of this stuff on our website. If you want more, you can hit us up on our email. I can send you maybe some exercises with that. But it's really kind of digging into that and just kind of peeling back the layers and thinking about that. The step 2 about goals and vision. So I describe this as your where, really where you're going. So the first one is why you're going anywhere, right? Once you figure out your why, then you can figure out the rest. And then this is your where. So where are you going to go? So the first one is a set of goals, kind of a list of those objectives, where, who, and what it is you want to go, be, and do. Okay? Where, who, or what it is you want to go, be, or do. And so those are all kind of those things. So if you have some goals around that, and that's what you're kind of thinking about, and that's kind of your traditional stuff. You're kind of writing out some stuff. And I know there are people that don't really like goals and all that kind of stuff. I still find it helpful to write some stuff out. And again, you have to play with that. So that's kind of one part of it. So then the second step of this is having a vision. And I think the vision is really more important. The goals for me are what enters you. It's like a stew, and you put all the goals together and you work on those, and it kind of gets into your mind and your heart. And then you pour them all in a big pan, and then when you put them on the stove and you heat it up, then it creates the elements for a strong vision. So this is the ability to see your written goals mentally in very specific detail. So I have a lot of my stuff written up about athletic goals, because that's how it was geared for athletes. But it can be really any of those kind of goals. And so, again, there's some series of questions. What are your goals and objectives? What do you want to accomplish? What's your best life look like? Where are you at currently and where do you want to get to? What changes are you trying to find? What do you want to accomplish? What are the objective measurements for knowing if you got there? Because that kind of helps you decide if you did. Are you getting stretched enough? Are these hard enough goals? Because you don't want to do something that's super easy, but yet if you're just starting out, it's good to have some success. So you got to measure all that stuff yourself. And then the visualization part is really sitting down and seeing yourself. And I can't stress this enough about how important this is. So visualizing yourself, seeing a clear picture of yourself doing it, being the things, going those places, whatever it is, feel it, whatever it's going to feel like, hear it, whatever it's going to sound like, what the temperature is, the weather, the ground, all that kind of stuff. And then, sometimes it's really helpful to journal on that once you've had a vision and you're seeing yourself with those kind of things, so you can really clearly identify those pieces within you. So whether it's running or lifting, swimming, biking, or maybe some other thing, and maybe it's work or relationship, but it's still seeing you show up in those kind of ways in that same kind of deal. And then sometimes if it's good, you got somebody that you can really trust, you can kind of share those things with them as you go. So that's kind of step 2. Next week we're going to work on process and action steps. That's the third step. And then we'll work from there. So I hope that's helpful for you guys as you're thinking about And again, we're just into January, into 2023, and we'll just kind of keep working on that. So anyway, encouragement to move daily, sit and meditate, and even if it's 1 minute, if you're just starting out, if you can set the 60-second timer and do that, and then when you can get that, try 2 minutes and see what you can get to. But sitting helps you practice these things. And again, they're practices so that you have tools so that you can go back to them when you need them in real life. Remember, you always have your breath. In stress, under panic, whatever it is, go back to your breath. All right. Take care. Have a super great week.